Yeah, well, one day to be happy, one day to celebrate together as a group, as a team, because these victories, these performances are not happening by chance. It's not coming for free. The guys are working so hard against the elements sometimes to perform the way they did it again. Don't put the focus only in the results. Results are fine. Everybody wants to win. But it's the way they are playing football every 3 days. It's not easy, and it's something to celebrate, to be happy. If then the result is coming together with the performance, we find we even more than happy. And I can analyze the game if you want, no problem. But I think, like I said, it's more about be proud of what we are doing together as a team, not stopping here. This is just half of the season. We go into the quarterfinals now, is a fact. And let's see what the future is.
Thank you, Coach.
Is having for us.
Thank you very much, Coach. Colleagues, by raise of hand, name and publication that you represent. Got a first name here in the front.
Good evening, Coach. Good evening, colleagues. My name is Tim here from Teta FM in the bar. Coach, you've now played 5 games, won 3, won 2, scored 8 goals, conceded 3 goals. Can we now safely call Orlando Pirates favorites to go all the way and win the cup?
Really, from the hip, this is the first one. Look, I think we have to, it's a day, like I said before, it's a day to feel happy for what is done, which is, it's unbelievable to be already with 1 game in hand in the quarterfinals in a group with Stade, with Al Ahly and with CRB. 3 fantastic teams, clubs. And the way that we did it, it's something to feel proud of. Now still we have to play in Cairo 1 more game. We want to show a good picture of ourselves in that game, even though we are in quarterfinals. It's an opportunity to be top of the table in the end of the group stage. And that's the only thing in our mind is the next game, is go to Cairo, is perform, is still playing our football, it's improve, because having the opportunity to play against these teams, it's a luxury for us as a group, because it's pushing you to the limit when you have the opportunity to play continental football. And the how can I say, like, the background that these games are going to leave in our players, in our group, it's something that you cannot pay, you cannot quantify. So we want to enjoy until the last minute of the competition. The next game is Al Ahly in Cairo. Our focus is there. Once we go to the quarterfinals, we will try to prepare ourselves as good as possible, as we used to do, and that's it. I don't think that it's time to talk about the word that you said before, and I'm not going to repeat.
Coach, take the next question here. Colleagues, if you can ask them, we keep it to 1 question, as brief as possible, please.
Good evening, Coach.
Good evening.
Congratulations on progressing Karabo Pasha from BMC Sports. Coach, 57th minute, Talent Mpata hits a screamer. Can you maybe just explain what exactly were you saying to Orlando Pirates supporters, just behind you? It looked like a very emotional, engagement with the supporters. Thank you.
No, it's a normal reaction during the games. I think there was a moment that Talente lost a couple of balls, and the atmosphere changed a little bit, and we cannot afford to do that. And yeah, it's an emotional reaction, because the players are humans, they have feelings. It's important that they feel that they are playing home every single minute, not only when they are scoring or when we are playing nice. Sometimes we have to understand that it's not that easy. We have an opponent in front, they also want to win, and this is a tough competition, so we need to capitalize something that not every club has, which is our fan base. So again, it's a moment of the game that maybe I shouldn't, but you know, it's yeah, an emotional moment. But I think we're fine. It's okay. I think the fans today, they play a big role again, coming in numbers, and yeah, we're trying to play for them all the time.
Good evening, Coach. Sanko from E-Media. Coach, would you say that your team has learned also just to play even with the gamesmanship of the Champions League? I just think of the instance where the benches got against each other, your bench also fronts up. Really also, as young as he is, just standing up to some of the guys, hitting balls out of hand. Would you say that this team has probably learned the dark arts, as we call it, of the Champions League as well?
Hopefully, like I said, from the first day of this competition, I said to you that the moment that we managed to go through and go to the group stages, that this is an excellent opportunity for the club with a young group of players, for the ones who are playing and the ones who are not, because everybody is involved in the training process, in everything we do. So there's a clear progression in our young players, and these games is something that you cannot pay with money. Like I said before, have the opportunity to play against these type of teams where everything is happening faster and with more quality, and playing in different environments. It's something that we really appreciate, and it's only good news for the club in the future, because I'm sure that the players will capitalize this experience very well.
Buenas noches, Coach.
Buenas noches.
Felicidades por ganar el partido, Coach.
Muchas gracias.
Coach, I mean, I just want to find out from you. I mean, when you look at the Champions League, for the longest of time, I mean, the teams from North Africa are the ones that want to dominate in this competition. Would you say now having two of those North African teams in your group also pushed you, you know, to be where you are at this point in time, now having to qualify for the quarterfinals?
No, in general, okay, there's a type of football maybe in the south different than the north. It's true. It's slightly different, but I don't analyze the teams or think about the teams for where they are coming from. It's about the type of football that they want to play, the experience that they have. We try to, like I said, to minimize the opponents to as much as we can, and we try to exploit the weaknesses that they have, like we all have. And that's it. Like, again, I'm repeating myself all the time. I don't think it's a bad thing. It's because I'm telling the truth all the time. It's this is a new experience for us, for me as a coach as well. It's my first time in the group stage. It's my first time playing against teams of this caliber. So we are learning with the carrying movement. We humble to understand that we come into a competition where we need to put our best performance in each and every game if we want to continue alive. And we as a coaches, as a coaching staff, we have to do everything in order to help our players, even with a little bit more intensity than in other competitions. So that's the process itself. Now, because we are winning, we can say that it's going well, but I'm going to repeat myself again. I think it's more about to have a look of the performances that these players are putting on the field every 3 days, more than the results that they are getting.
José from Sports, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
This result came at home, and you get to qualify with a match to go. Are you probably tempted to bring in the players that did not have much game time as you're building up to the group stages, or when you see you just continue with the same pattern, same squad, so that they gain more experience?
I don't even know what I'm gonna get for dinner tonight, so imagine for the next game. No, seriously, I think, like I said before to the first question, it's a day to celebrate right now what we got as a group. Trust me, we are spending a lot of time to get this, to make it possible, everybody in the club. So it's a day to celebrate together, to think about what we managed to do already, because sometimes we don't have even time to do a reflection about how good we were so far in the competition. And like I said also before, our intention is still be competitive as much as we can in each and every game. If something Pirates was showing during the current season is that it doesn't matter who is playing, the team is still competing very, very well. And we want to be, again, competitive, consistent, and we're going to travel to Cairo to try to win. That's it. It's our obligation as a club, as our Orlando Pirates.
Coach Riveiro from the CBC, just going back to what you also just said about experience. On the other side, at Loftus, another inexperienced team in the competition, first time in African competitions in the last 8. I see something similar in your team, but does this also now talk to the competitiveness of the league, where you are coming from, when you consider that some of the players in your team are in the national team, they are also bronze medalists with the AFCON based here, so also the competitiveness here is also helping to push you, taking nothing away from the performances of the individual clubs.
Absolutely. I didn't know about Stellenbosch that they make it, so congratulations to them as well. I think it's a very good news for the South African football. Look, I think my way of thinking is that national teams are a reflection of your own football. When the national team is doing well, like right now Bafana, it's because there's something happening in our football right now. It's good for the league, and it's a true reflection what happened in the last AFCON about the level of the South African players. I'm repeating myself. I did say during my 2.5 seasons already here in South Africa that the level of the players is, trust me, is so high. The technical level of the players here is very, very high. There's other components that needs to come together in order to be competitive, let's be honest. It's not perfect like in any other country, but right now I think we have a complicated league. Hopefully more teams than Pirates so far this season can manage to be competitive in a long run, because that's something good, I think, for the show, for the fans, for the sponsors, for everybody. And but yeah, like I said already many times, talent is not a problem here. We have a lot of talent. We have a lot of good players, and hopefully all of us we can do a good job in the continental competitions this season, because it's good for everyone, in my opinion.
Take the closing round of questions. That's okay.
Coach, you're the coach at News from Africa. Having already qualified, Coach, is the objective to top the group? Is that what you're going for? Or is it a matter of having already qualified, already been job done for the team? But qualifying at top, is that a badge of honor that you would like to have, having come out of this particular group, to say that as Pirates, we conquered all of these teams, and it means something for the process that the team is going through?
I will give you the same answer than to your colleague before. Why not? We have an opportunity to go there and compete and win one more game. In a magnificent scenario with the opportunity to lead the group in the end of the game. So there's a lot of components to keep our motivation very high, not taking the last game of the group stage lightly. And again, think about what I said before. I'm saying that to be competitive with our team in this competition, we need our best performance all the time. There's no other way that you can win games here in this group. And if we are not 100% in Cairo, it's not going to be a good day for us, for sure. So we cannot afford to go there in our 90, 80, 70, because it's not going to be nice. It's a very good team playing home. So we have to make sure that we go in there with the right mentality, with the ambition to collect points there, and why not to finish the group stages in the leading the group. Was never the main objective. The objective was to be in the next round, but the objective is always winning, and that's our mentality. Sometimes we're not going to make it, but when we have the opportunity to do it, we will do everything in order to make it possible again.
Still going to come here.
Coach, congratulations on the victory today in the partnership in the group. Coach, this is your first time playing in the Champions League group stages. What has your overall opinion been, having successfully qualified? From a playing perspective, from a logistics perspective, what have you made of the competition?
It's a tricky one. It's difficult because, again, at least so far in our group, even the experience before in the preliminary rounds, playing against, going to Botswana against UNN was not an easy task, to be honest. And then we got a group that the level of the teams, when you have a look of the names, you can imagine difficult trips. Africa is big. You need to travel a lot of kilometers and not always is a comfortable one. So, but at the same time, again, it is what it is. You have to learn in every environment, different types of football. The fact that the continent is big, that's why the differences in the style of playing as well and the profile of the players. So it's an interesting one from my point of view, very, and again, you can feel the difference. The level of the opponents it's high, and at the same time, there's you see today, we score a goal, we got the lead. The next 5 minutes, we were chasing Saru. They changed the rhythm immediately, and suddenly we spent 4 or 5 minutes defending in our box, right? And that tells you about the level of the opponents that we are playing. So again, it's a luxury to have the opportunity to play these games for us as a group, for the players, for the coach, etc., etc., etc. And again, so happy to live this experience with these guys.
Take the last question. Good evening, Coach. Congratulations, of course, on your qualification.
Thank you.
Hello, Paul here from Riveiro. Coach, just looking at behind the scenes, you look at every time when Pirates concede a set piece, Coach Mandla Legacy steps up, communicates with Sasani and also Diono Hoto and the guys also at the back. Just how much of an influence did, in preparation of this encounter, did Coach Mandla Legacy sort of have an influence in this encounter, particularly when we're focusing on the fact that every time when there was a piece against you guys, it always stand to just communicate with the guys at the back?
I don't speak about individuals.
Thank you, Coach. That brings us to the conclusion
Thank you.
of this conference.